Good morning, good people of the internet, and welcome back to Minecraft. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. If anyone gets that reference, then put it in the comments. I just fancied saying that because why not? So today's mission is to put some villagers in here somehow. First I'll have to actually get them in here. Well, up here even. Good grief, I cannot get around today. What is wrong with me? Yes, so I have villagers in a little area down here. As you can see, they're all lined up apparently, because that's what villagers do now. Well, no, never mind. Oh no, now how are there baby villagers here? I do not understand. I swear it took loads and loads of food for them to breed. I will say never mind many more times in this episode. I almost said it again, but I didn't. I was very self-controlled. Okay. That is interesting. By the way, good people of the internet, I am recording my voice using Audacity again because I slightly got fed up of the hiss or the buzz or the electronic noise or whatever it was that Shadowplay would introduce if I use that to record my voice. So there's that, but also it allows for a bit more flexibility in editing because I can turn my voice up or down compared to the game music, and yeah, it's just overall a little bit better. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass to try and sync it up, having recorded them both separately. But today I am going to very quickly build a fishing farm. Because whilst doing some research for things and stuff, I came across / remembered fishing farms and how amazing they are at getting items. So we're going to put the iron farm on hold for a little bit because I have done a lot of that recently. You haven't seen a lot of it, but I have done a lot of it. I just remembered that, no, wrong island, that I actually want to grab some books. Because I need a fishing rod to do fishing, believe it or not. Where have my signs gone? I had signs. Where have they gone? Turns out, reloading the world does not make the signs appear again. They are there. You can see their hitboxes if I look at them. I don't know if you can see that because of the YouTube compression or whatever, but I can see a hitbox. Yeah, I kind of want my signs back, guys. But I'm going to use this. Yeah, I'll just use that one. And then Luck of the Sea, we have 2 Luck of the Sea 2s, and I believe 3 is the best. We also need an Unbreaking book and a Mending book. This is going to be one of the most expensive fishing rods. In fact, it's going to be the most expensive fishing rod I've ever made. Why do I have a book on... Oh, I know, because there are 2 Luck of the Sea books. Okay, I actually need a fishing rod, believe it or not, to enchant a fishing rod. Literally all... What has happened? All of my signs are invisible. Thankfully, all it took was just a restart of Minecraft. I was a little bit worried then because I kind of need my signs. Okay, so to make a fishing rod, I believe it is 3 sticks, which means I need more wood, which is just marvelous. And then I need some string. See, I could make 2 now. I could make 2 whole fishing rods with the stuff I have in my inventory. So let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear, that's 5. I can't count. Never mind. It's not a very important skill. Okie dokie. Now, enchanting. By the way, I have raised my FOV from 90 to 100. Because in actual fact, playing on a higher FOV means that you can see quite a lot more. So, for example, I can see the corners of the 2 logs either side of my screen at the moment. Okay, so I just lost speed. But now I can see the corner of the 2 logs. And if I go back to normal, which is 70, you cannot see the logs at all, let alone the closer corners. Look at how much I have to turn. And now I can't see the chests or the log on the left. See, it's just, you see so much more with a higher FOV. And I'm actually going to wean myself into Quake Pro, which is 110. So I'm going to play on 100 for a bit, and then go to 105, and then go to 110. Because it's just better. You can see so much more, especially when you're at a bit of a distance. Like, you know, I can see my smelting and my main island at the moment. Back on 70. Nuh-uh. Cannot see the whole of both of them at all. Not even close. So that's just me. I like playing on a high FOV. But that is getting very distracted, and it's not what we're meant to be doing here. So I don't know what is going to be cheaper to do first. Probably combine these two books. Okay, that's helpful. Okay, got a new anvil. And now we can actually put some stuff on our fishing rod. That's going to cost 7. That's only going to cost 3. That's only going to cost 2. And that's going to cost 6. So I think we're going to do the most expensive one first. I don't know whether that is sensible. But oh giddy aunt. Okay, so that went up by 2. Oh wow, maybe we should have done the other. No, I'm going to do lure next. Screw it. I'm just going to... 10, 9, oh... And, oh great. That's just brilliant. I don't have enough levels. I just realised I haven't actually finished it. I should probably do that, considering that I have, well, an insane bone farm slash... I have an insane mob farm now, which means I could finish that. But it's working without me finishing it, so it's like, I really can't be bothered. Okay, let me turn these guys down right now before they get really annoying. Oh, 0% and off are different or discrete settings. That's very interesting. I wouldn't have thought that that is correct, but never mind. Okay, so this is actually good because I was just thinking I need to repair my tools slightly. Let's pop that in. What am I doing? No, I don't need to mend that yet. Moron. Never mind. I shall grab out my other pickaxe, which has mending, so that I can mend it. There we go. I'm still a little bit paranoid because of the crashes I had a couple of episodes ago when I got this out and opened it. So every time pretty much I get it open, I hover across all of my tools so that if it does crash again, I can spawn them back in, because I am not letting Minecraft screw me over like that. It's just not going to happen. After that little escapade, I now need to decide where I want to put my fishing farm. Quite honestly, I think I might put it down, underground. That's what I was, words, can't, don't, there. Okay, after that little heart attack, I was trying to say I'm going to put the fishing farm underground. So that it's out of the way, because it's so tiny, I don't really want to make a whole island especially for it. And yeah, it just wouldn't really make sense. So I'm probably actually going to make it a little bit closer to the surface than right at the bottom, because I don't want to have to go all the way down to the mine every time I want to do it. And I also just remembered that I am going to do it on the surface because you get better rates if you have a clear view to the sky, which I do not if I'm underground. So I'm probably going to make it on one of these little islands. I literally just remembered that I'm a doofus because I need wood to make a crafting table to make half slabs, or more precisely 2 half slabs, because that's all I need. And I didn't bring any. So this episode is going really well. 1 crafting table, 6 half slabs. That is all I need. Okay. So, to begin with, I'm going to plop a block down with a thing on top of it with 2 chests. Gosh dang it. Behind, I thought something was walking up to me then. I was a little bit alarmed. And a hopper facing into it with blocks around it. And a block there. And a block there. And then I believe I need stairs as well. So another reason for the crafting table. I'm going to pop some stairs there. And then blocks there and there. Destroy these because we don't actually need them. It's getting dark. Marvelous. At least I have torches. This is good. This is very good. Okay. And then we want a water source there. And tripwires. String. Are you serious? I don't have any tripwire hooks. I hate everything. Anyway, I'll go and get some tripwire hooks in a minute. We need a trapdoor on the side of this block, or that one, doesn't really matter. With the note block there, and a half slab on top of it to shut it up, basically. Once we get our tripwire hooks, it will all be marvellous, but for now, I'm going to put 2 blocks there, and then 3 blocks there, like that, with a couple of repeaters. I should really get used to pressing buttons to allocate the repeaters to a certain spot, but I haven't yet. So, and that's it. That's all I need. Once I got tripwires, I'll put a hook there, and a string in the middle. In fact, I could do that now, just to be prepared, or like what. And, oh, no, that is not redstone. No. And then, there we go, we're all hunky-dory. And then I can expand the old storage downwards so that I can get more loot. And there we are. We have a fishing farm. So, if you haven't seen one of these before, that is how you build it. And then all you need to do to actually use it is aim at the bottom, the very bottom of the whatever you call it, trapdoor. Just not in the corner where it's going to open and still be there, if that makes sense. So that when you throw your fishing rod, it opens, and then you can be right-clicking the note block. And then as soon as your fishing rod bobs up, it will go into the tripwire. No, wait, it's already in the tripwire. As soon as it bobs down, the trapdoor will close, and you bring it back in, and stuff happens, basically, and you fish automatically, and it's great. That was not a very good explanation. I am sorry. Oh, look, we're back here. Since the last clip, I have done a bit of a thing. I sat in the... where is it? The fishing farm over there for a night. I left myself AFK while I slept, and I now have many, 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 many books. All 3 of these shulker boxes are full of books, and I got quite a few very nice ones. I got at least a couple of mending books. In fact, I saw one just there. And I got a few Infinity, Silk Touch, things which are quite rare, such as Frostwalker, and there you go, Frostwalker, Looting, things like that. Depth Strider, that's quite a rare one. You know, I laid these out in alphabetical order, and I kind of wish I hadn't, because I can never find anything. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to go and continue developing the iron farm, because I actually really want to get this finished at some point. Hopefully, possibly even this episode. So what I'm going to do is, like I've already said before, get the villagers up to it and continue building, and then I will get back to you. Alrighty then. It has been several hours, several real-time hours, and I'm almost finished, I think. I've only got 12 minutes left in the tutorial video, And I've done the bulk of the work, so I mean, I'm sure it doesn't look like much has changed. Obviously there's some redstone lines running over there, and some redstone there, and I've got some stuff around here. This is just a complete mess of blocks all over the place, and it's horrible. But I believe it works. I believe it works. I've got a villager down there in a boat, and I have a villager in this going round, and I've got some redstone doing things and stuff, and then over on the other side as well I have also got some villagers. I have, oh Gideon, yeah, getting the villagers in was the worst thing. I built this giant tower, water stream, that's rude, you're not meant to be here. Water stream tower thing coming up from the village, which is over there, and yeah, it was just a nightmare. I've used pretty much all of my nitwits. In fact, I've used all of the nitwits that I had already filtered out. There's one over there, and there's another one in a boat over here, which is good. And yeah, it's not going too badly. It was just a bit of a pain in the ass, really, to get all the villagers up here. And then I also have about 42 villagers there. Even though I have mob cramming off, I could probably have them all in the same place. I want to follow the tutorial as closely as possible so that I know this thing is going to work. Yeah, and that's pretty much where we are. I am at the stage now where I can begin to make the spawning platforms. And that is going to be done from this block here. Oh. And I had 80 levels. Dang it. Okay, moment of truth time. What's really annoying is that this hasn't ended up being centered on true spawn. I thought it would be, but actually it's a block offset. So that's not annoying at all. Good people of the internet, you would not believe the trouble I have gone to get this thing working. I have spent so many hours on this, probably about 12 hours since finishing it, by the way, to actually get it working properly. I have restarted the setting up of villagers thing so many times I have forgotten or lost track. It's just been a nightmare. I've tweaked this, that, and the other. Like, I thought, you know, oh my days. It's just not been fun at all. It feels like a very, very hollow victory to actually have it working now. But it is working. Trust me. I am getting iron, thankfully. Finally. Like, it's just been horrible. So the various things I've done is take out this tower, which was here just a minute ago, for you guys at least. I have made all of the doors face in one direction, as in with the doorknobs facing north. I'm sure it doesn't make any difference, but I just had to cover all my bases because it was not working. Basically, it just wasn't generating the villages. It would do like maybe 10, but then mess up and just keep adding more and more doors to the 11th village, and it was just terrible. So I was getting golems, but not as many as I should have. And yeah, no amount of resetting seemed to make it work properly. It was just really annoying. I tried all kinds of things, adding a delay down here so that the villager doesn't swim up as fast or as soon. I added a delay at the top so that he'd have more time to recognize that door. Both of those things, well, this one down here didn't make any difference. Adding one up there made it worse. Oh boy, what else have I done? I copied my build into a world right next to one from Tango's tutorial that he made available for download, and I compared them both, and they are pretty much block for block exactly the same. I know, I'm pretty certain I got all the redstone right. I don't think I did get any of the redstone wrong. So I don't know what the issue was, really. I got rid of the doors out of the villager breeder down there. I had a door down the mine right at bedrock level, but that shouldn't have made any difference. Neither should they. What else have I done? I had a golem spawn over there, which Tango said shouldn't happen. So I put these in on the other side, but then that didn't seem to, well, it seemed to break again, so I just thought that probably wasn't having a beneficial effect, so I took them back out, and now I haven't got any golems over there. Oh my goodness, it's just not been fun. I literally stayed up until 3 o'clock last night trying to work this thing out, and I could not. One little breakthrough that I did make that didn't fix it entirely, but that did improve things, was obviously as I built this, I was adding doors, and I had villagers all over the place as I was getting them to their desired locations. So they were seeing the doors that I had placed and being like, "Ooh, village here, village." So they generated a village, and when I used NVT Explorer to have a look at the villages that were in the area, there were two actually, with over 570 doors allocated to them. And I was like, that can't be right. So I deleted all of the registered villagers and started again. And that did improve things. I actually got a few valid villagers as they're meant to generate. But it didn't fix the problem entirely. You know what? I couldn't even tell you how I fixed it. I just let it alone. I pressed reset one more time, and I let it run. And now it's working. I mean, I've changed a few things, but nothing that I think would have actually made a difference. So it's just fraught. It's just fraught. But we have golems, and it's amazing. It is complete. This has definitely been one of the most difficult and frustrating Minecraft projects I've ever undertaken, if not the worst one. Oh, hello. You bastard. There we go, got him. Missed. There we go. Okay. So I've still got a few things, housekeeping things to do, like get rid of this pillar, probably get rid of this pillar. I'm going to make a nice platform up there that I can AFK at and press the button if I really need to. I also, by the way, one of the things that I had done that I think was possibly making it not work was I left some dirt blocks in front of the doors. In retrospect, having read the wiki articles on how villagers are created and their criteria and this, that and the other, I don't know if the dirt did make a difference, but now that I've got rid of it, you know, I mean, it's working now. That's all that matters. So I have already AFK'd a little bit, and by the way, if you have a look at my F3, we are on day 469. I'm pretty sure we were on day 350 before starting this project. It has taken me a very, very, very long time indeed. But now it's paying off. We have chests upon chests of iron. I've probably still got enough chests to AFK for at least 24 hours real time, I think. But the plan is... What is the plan? The plan is to use a nether portal system to constantly keep the spawn chunks loaded so that I can go elsewhere in the world and all of this won't unload and destroy itself. Because now that I've got 64 villagers registered, I do not want to have to do all of this again. Ever. So I'm going to somehow create an item filter somewhere. Probably nearer the top. I'm going to create an item filter that takes out all of the poppies and throws one through the nether portal every 15 seconds roughly. So I'm going to do that because I think this episode is actually, now that I've had my little ramble, is actually getting quite long, and I don't want to make it overly long, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you, and then I will wrap up the episode. Thank goodness. I actually just had a quick look on the Minecraft wiki, and apparently, now it doesn't say this specifically, but apparently spawn chunks do not unload when you leave the area or when you go to the nether. But then I've read in comments sections on YouTube videos and things like that they do. So I don't know what to trust. I mean, it doesn't say. I know it's different on servers to single player worlds, but I just don't want to. I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to load this thing up with poppies. So basically, I've got a very basic item filter just here, and then I've got an etho hopper clock through there. You can just see it through the portal, and then a dispenser which is shooting a poppy through the portal every 14.5-ish seconds. And that is hopefully going to keep this area loaded even when I leave it. Now, it might stay loaded anyway, and this all might be for nothing, but like I say, getting those 64 villagers was an absolute nightmare, and I do not want to have to do it all over again. So I'm going to play it safe and create this chunk loadery thing. Why is there still... poppies. Yeah, there. Okay. And now these chests here are purely for iron, because all of our poppies are getting filtered out and sent through the... oh dear, that's not good. Do not want to open chest. Did you see that clip earlier? I mean, you must have. If you got to this point in the video, I wasn't actually recording my voice at the time. In fact, I wasn't recording at all. I just used Shadowplay to retrospectively save the footage. But I meant to shoot that creeper with my bow, and instead I just teleported into him with my ender pearl, and it did not go well because I spawned an endermite in the process, and, well, the endermite knocked me into the creeper blew up, and I didn't die. Unlike that other clip just a minute ago, where I did die for no apparent reason. Yeah, I was just happily flying down to the village, and boom! Dead. So... I wasn't overly happy about that, but what can you do? Let's just light this area up quickly. We don't really want stuff spawning. I just noticed there's dark spots over there by the timer. So let's pop... let's pop a torch on there and on there. And then hopefully we're going to be hunky-dory. What's the light level like here? 10. Perfect. Okay. I think we're done, ladies and gentlemen. I am finished with the iron farm. I never ever want to have to do anything to it again. Good, so the reason I set this up was so that I could easily get blocks for beacon bases. I plan on going and doing some wither skeleton grinding very soon, probably in between now and the next episode. So I want to get a few more beacons, and this iron will make it very, very easy. And then I also will need a lot of hoppers for a project that is coming up in the near-ish future. So look forward to that. I keep opening things instead of drawing my bow. It's rather annoying. But that's about it, guys, for now for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please give it a like if you appreciate the pain I went through trying to complete this. I don't always ask for likes as well, so that's kind of special, but there we go. Yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!